plays on. The advantage is going to be paid. Picked up by Dominico. He fires at goal, but it's wide. And the first score goes on the board for the day to Hawthorn. 1 behind.
You can't pay the advantage in that situation. 25 metres out from goal, surely.
Umpires Lawler and Rich in charge of today's proceedings. Elphinstone bringing the ball back into play. Daniels coming with the fist over the top. Abbott gets it clear. Here's a chance again for the Hawks as they charge forward. This is Demetrio going across the face of goal. Dunstan is under real pressure. The ball is pushed wide towards the 50-metre defensive line. It's going to be socket clear by David Grant over the line, however. So the Hawks doing all the attacking in these opening minutes. Conditions ideal. It's slightly overcast, but a great day for football.
Boundary thrown on the outer side. Jones is there for the Saints. Opposed by Abbott. Falls at their feet. Opportunity for Gotch behind. Feeds the hand pass out wide. This is Dwyer up through the middle. Dwyer long towards half forward for the Saints. And the mark is taken by Langford, dropping back off Lockett that time. That'll be a great duel. Langford towards the outer side wing. Good kick taken by Abbott. Support down the ground. This is Mew. Mew alongside the centre circle, long into the forward line. Dunstall has it knocked away by Sheldon. Socket off the ground by Pritchard. The ball goes out of bounds in the forward pocket, and we'll have a throw in.
Interesting then, that little confrontation, Dunstall and Elphingston. Dunstall using his strength. Maybe Frawley could be shifted back there because Dunstall could be just a bit too strong for Robert Elphingston.
There they are. Here's the boundary throw in. Jones in front, Abbott over the top. Frawley has it now, played by Collins. It's jarred free. Corkamillis, a hand pass intended for Jeffrey. Jeffrey runs away from half back, a long kick towards centre field.
Fisted away. A chance now for the Saints again. This is Nixon. His kick is high, out wide towards the wing. Demetrio is there for Hawthorn. May get a favourable bounce. Needs support. In fact, eventually elects to go back inside. Doing it well as Dominico. Charging down the right half forward flank. He centres the football. Brereton is the flyer. One grab. Can't complete it. Bob Jones in over the top. Hall gets it clear. Now an opportunity for Buckenara on the end of the handball. It came from Dixon. He shoots at goal, but again is off target. Another behind.
It was a bad miss there by Gary Buckenara. Could have gone onto his left foot, but elected to go onto his kicking foot, the right, and 1 point.
Elphinstone again. This time straight down the middle. Abbott from behind, affecting the spoil. Waiting down is Chris Mew. A hurried left foot kick down towards full forward. Elphinstone front, plays on to Jeffrey, could be dangerous. Back to Elphinstone again. They pounce upon the top of him. He gets it out wide, and they should get out of trouble. It's Dwyer who goes with a hurried kick over the centre. Jeggy looking for the grab. It's not going to be paid. Corkamil has pulled off the football illegally. There's a bit of a tussle with Jenky, but it's a St Kilda football. Winmar and Pritchard exchanging pleasantries as Corkamillis goes down towards Lockett. Can't take it. Ball is jarred free. Burke kicks wide, and another behind on the board. This time to St Kilda, and it's their first score for the day.
Hawthorn lead by a behind. Langford to kick it back to play. A crowd in excess of 20,000 now watching proceedings at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Langford towards the outer side wing. Nice kick. Demetrio takes the mark. He plays on quickly, goes down towards half forward. Bounces in no man's land. Brereton pushed the player in the back out there. He says not, but that's the decision. And the kick will be taken by Frawley. He went sprawling. Danny Frawley from half back towards half forward. Dominico in best position to mark. Carries he and his marker. Dia behind. High kick back towards centre wing. Daniels running with the flight of the ball. Brilliantly gathered by Brereton. Brereton around his man. Goes in short. Demetrio, he's at half forward on the practice wicket area. Centering kick intended for Dunstall. Off the hands of the players down there. They battle after it. Sheldon at the base of that. Whitman going through the pack with the ball still in front of him. Dwyer working hard for St Kilda. There's a whistle, and we'll have a ball up about 25 metres out from the Hawks' attacking goal. Umpire Lawler put it down. Big cluster of players around the ball. Abbott and Jones. Played by Jones, knocked away by Dixon. Corkamil is trying to come away with the ball. He's claimed, and another bounce.
Big task for Bob Jones today, with St Kilda's number 1 ruckman Warren Jones on the sidelines. There he is, number 31. Big responsibility. Oh, Abbott charges over the top of him, and Jones will take it at half back. Hawthorn leading by just one behind at the moment. Winmar will come over the top. He had front spot. Jenke came from behind to affect the spoil. Pushed down in front of Ayres. Couldn't take it. Eventually gets a short little chip to Buckenara. He's got players running past. This is Chris Mew, who goes long in towards full forward. It's going to be shepherded through. Great goal for the defender.
Well, it's good to see Chris Mew start to run up the ground. If there was one criticism of Chris Mew, was the fact that he played the old-fashioned game at centre-half back, and that was to stay at home. But he took that kick nearly on the 50-metre mark, as you see here, being set up by Ayres. A quick kick out, Buckenara to Mew, and from 55 metres out, a good kick. And it's good to see Backman running up and creating, making the forwards work, as Chris Mew did on that occasion.
Hawthorn by 7 points. Dear, Buckenara can't take it out of the middle, neither can Collins. Free kick, however, will go the way of Hawthorn. They've paid the advantage again, down to Dunstall. Can't pick it up on the half volley. Elphinstone right behind him. Now an opportunity for Pritchard. He's clear, has possession, goes wide, putting his teammate under pressure. He'll shoot Dixon, but goes very, very wide, right across the face of goal. It's out of bounds on the full, and all of a sudden the pressure right on the St Kilda defence.
Grant, little short pass. Elphinstone at half-back towards centre wing with a high kick. Buckenara, unopposed, takes the mark forward at centre wing. He's away. Centering kick intended for Hall. Dick flies from behind. It's fisted away down there by Grant. Taken by Burke. Collides with a teammate. He and Rice spill it. It comes to Deepy a minute ago, and he's hit the post. Well, the Saints certainly committed to that pack. Post is struck again as the ball comes back into play. 1-3 to a behind. Elphinstone towards the pocket. That's a shocking kick, closer to Dixon than Grant. It goes out of bounds on the full. Didn't matter much. It could have bounced out of bounds. Dixon, after some problems, finds Mew. Mew on the 50-metre line, goes in short. That's untidy. Left behind by Sheldon, taken by Jeffrey. Gets it across to Rice. Rice in the back pocket goes towards the outer side wing. Good-looking kick. Nixon was up in front. It's knocked on out there by Coughlin. It's out of bounds. We'll have a throw in.
What Hawthorn are doing is getting the ruckman, who is Greg Deere, playing at centre-half back on load. That allows Mew to run down the ground. Hence, he was able to kick that goal, and he again figured in play. So, the St Kilda ruckman, Jones, will have to pick up Chris Mew.
8 points the difference at the moment. No one able to get it out after that throw in on the outer side. And the umpire will have no alternative but to come in and have a bounce. An important game for both sides, particularly for St Kilda after their win, exciting win down at Moorabbin last week over Melbourne. Can they keep it going? Abbott gets a hurried foot kick down towards Dixon. Could have got a slight nudge. The umpire says no, play on. Winmar's in the best position to mark and does so on the chest. St Kilda fans calling for 50 metres, but they are true optimists. Winmar putting St Kilda in towards attack. Lockett flies from behind, can't take the mark over. Now a chance for the Hawthorn defence to show its colours. The link man is Buckenara, beautifully to Hall. Well, his teammates have every confidence in him. There's no one in the square at the moment, although Brereton is dropping back there now with Jones and Frawley. But Hall, who's made an exciting debut in VFL football, pulled that one. And another behind goes on the board. So the Hawks are 1-4-10. They lead St Kilda by 9 points. And a big job ahead of this man at the moment, Robert Elphinstone, trying to curb the brilliant Dunstall. Daniels from behind to affect the spoil. Hall was waiting down again, but it's going to be Grant who'll clear for St Kilda.
High kick towards the centre of the ground. Gowers is there for Hawthorn, takes the mark, plays on quickly. Gowers back into the forward line, a deep telling kick at the fall of the ball. It's all St Kilda, and Muller takes the mark. About 20 metres out from his own defensive goal, comes to the members' side, and the mark is taken by a sprawling Nixon. Nixon, left half back. Kicking towards the centre of the ground, intended for low, but strength is displayed there by Dia. Takes the mark, lays it off. This is Deepy Domenico over the top, ill-directed. Winmar an opportunity, goes back on Gowers, wins the loose ball, sends it towards half forward. Good-looking kick from Winmar. Up in front, Langford knocks it away from Lockett. It's close to Corkamilis. He runs inside 50, gets it to Gotch. Gotch in the pocket and closing towards goal.
thought the St Kilda little men could have got a little bit quicker around Tony Lockett then, but a mistake on Langford got it across to Corkamilli's. But the St Kilda smaller fellows, here's the mistake coming up. Corkamilli's should have been under Lockett a little bit earlier because those Hawthorn backmen are playing 2-on-1 on Lockett, and they will bring the ball to the ground every time. So it's important and imperative that the little men of St Kilda just get underneath the pack.
3 points the margin. Gotch kicks St Kilda's first. Centre bounce. It inspires big Bob Jones, who gets up high, tries to flick it out of the centre. Can't do so. An opportunity for the Hawks. Whitman now runs into trouble. Does have support. Ayres, who kicks it towards Pritchard at half forward. He's pulled off the football when he didn't have possession and will be free kick.
Played for that, Darren Pritchard.
Inside 50. And a chance for Darren Pritchard to offer the quick reply. Directly in front. The drop punt is on its way, and it's a beautiful looking kick. He makes no mistake.
What a magnificent kick it was from 45 metres out. That by Darren Pritchard, Hawthorn's best first-year player last year. Came from Sandy Bay and was recommended to Hawthorn by Andy Bennett, who formerly played at South Adelaide and is now at Sandy Bay as a coach. And Darren Pritchard, many thought, could have been the recruit of the year last year, but fell away a little towards the end of the season as far as his form went.
Back in the middle. Special comments from Don Scott. Jones beaten on this occasion. Dippy Edominico pushed as he got the kick. It's still effective down towards Hall, who flew with the one hand. Dixon gets it clear. This is danger. Pritchard again fires and puts through another one.
Tony Hall, not Tony Hall, it was Robert Dixon, I think, who got that across to Pritchard. We'll pick this up on replay. A good kick there again by Pritchard. There is Hall up the top, but then Dixon, the helicopter pilot, gets it across to Pritchard, and a good snap over the left shoulder.
So Pritchard, 2 goals in the space of 90 seconds, pushes Hawthorn out to lead by 15 points. We're back in the middle. It's one down by Dia Buckenara, who started very well. A hurried kick towards half forward. Brereton using his body. Opportunity behind for the goals. Pritchard again, knocks it out. Taken by Muller. Muller back towards centre field. Good looking kick too. And Lowe comes down the ground to take the mark just wide of centre. Out towards the wing. He centres towards half forward. Pack at the full of the ball. Great mark by Lockett. Tony Lockett, levering himself up between 2 Hawks defenders, has marked about 45 metres out from goal. There it is again. That's a strong mark.
What a great mark. 2-on-1. You called it, Dennis. Outnumbered. Strength.
Celebrating his 100th VFL game today, Tony Lockett, last season's joint Brownlow medalist. Question of accuracy. Not a bad effort, looks good. Lockett gets his first goal, the Saints' second.
What a great piece of play by the big man, number 4. Always look at those numbers and remind you of certain players. Darryl Baldock wore it, but recently number 4 was made famous by Barry Breen, who played over 300 games for the St Kilda side. And now Tony Lockett has that number, and he's kicked his first goal.
13 plays 22 as we're back in the centre once again with Deere and Jones. Won by the Hawthorn ruckman. Trying to get it out was Dwyer, couldn't do so. Deere has another short kick. It finishes with Buckenara, who goes straight up in the middle and straight down again. It's towards Winmar. Now Daniels. St Kilda a chance to go forward. Dwyer. Oh, his handball's intercepted, but he may be able to follow it up. He needs support. Back to Daniels. Can go wider to Lowe, but perhaps a fraction slow. They're still not out of trouble, Hawthorn. The ball is thrown out the back. Corkamilli's is there. He tries to flick it wide. New stops it. And free kick. He's going to split it up.
A passage of play reminiscent of the last time these two sides met, 1971 grand final. A real tough encounter.
Victory on that occasion going the way of Hawthorn. The early days here yet. St Kilda throwing everything at the Hawks at the moment. This is Rice. Down towards that half-forward line again. Burke is in front. Takes the mark now. He'll wait for Lockett, or will he go even shorter? He's going to go shorter. And it's all Hawthorn. Chris Mew. scrambles out of defence, goes wide towards Dixon on the wing. With him is Sheldon. They both overrun it. Abbott claimed. Did he have the football? The umpire calls play on, and St Kilda a chance to go up to half forward. Lockett is in front. One grab. Can't take it. Support from Demetrio. Lockett in with strength, but the whistle has sounded, and it will go back to his teammate. And why not an advantage on that account? Korkamilis and Demetrio. I never thought I'd see them playing on the same ground against each other again.
There's Spiro Korkamilis. He'll kick from about 60 metres out. He goes in short, intended for Winmar. Knocked away by Jenke. Good shepherd from Collins. Good ball from Gotch. Schwab over the ball. Tries to get it to Jenke at close quarters. DiPietro with strength. Flag down. Good tackle, Rice. It'll be paid, I think, to Nixon. I thought Rice laid it first. Nixon long towards full forward. Lockett kept out of the contest. Low in from the side. Langford towards the boundary, confronted by Burke. And content to concede a behind.
Been a good start, Dennis.
Yes, tempo is pretty fast out there at the moment, and certainly the Saints battling hard on their forward line to lock it in. They trail by 8 points at the moment. 10:36 remaining. Langford to Ayres. Ayres hugs the boundary line around the outer side. No margin for error there. Rice goes in hard on DiPietro. Ball spills across the boundary line. Hawks fans want a free. DiPietro is in front, but the boundary umpire will toss it in. Acting skipper today, Robert DiPietro. Jones is up, knocked away by Deere, taken by Rice. Shovels a hand pass out to no one in particular. Taken by Winmar. The high kick goes down towards the pocket. Schwab must have seemed like an eternity. Korkamilis off hands. Korkamilis a grubber. Got it to go left to right, but too soon. It went through for a behind.
So one more point on the board. To St Kilda, they move to 2-3, trailing Hawthorn 3-4. 5 scoring shots to 7 at the moment. In a good start. There's my man, Demetrio.
It's good play, but he's not going to do. Come on, umpire. Demetrio was going to play on then, and Daniels did the right thing, and he's penalised 50 metres. Had he have let Demetrio go, you would have seen it. He would have played on.
Which now brings him into the attack side of centre. He doesn't take full advantage. Now, why did the umpire stop that?
He hadn't blown time on.
So Demetrio is almost down to the half-forward line. A drop punt in towards half-forward. Big Bob Jones comes over the top. Can't take the mark. He's quick to pounce on it once again. Brereton clear to Buckenara. Danger here. He pushes it out wide. Dwyer front spot towards the boundary line defensively, and we'll see a throw in. In fact, it was Sheldon. A throw in the right half forward flank. Hawthorn in attack and leading by 7 points. From the throw in, Frawley. Short kick, Dwyer.
Courage.
Up to centre wing. Now he's got Nixon running. Will he recover in time? Gowes is there. Flicks it out to Mew. Hawthorn quickly turning defence into attack. Brereton back with the one hand. Dixon with pace. Clear of one. On to Brereton. Has got to swing back. Great smother. Great football on that occasion. In towards the centre. St Kilda are out of trouble. Here's a chance now as they go forward through Coughlin. He chips in towards the pocket. Coming over the top of Winmar was Jenke. Couldn't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. It's out wide and out of Mew. And once again, he's able to get Hawthorn out of trouble.
Ill-directed kick, though. It's marked by Lowe. He pumps it straight back in. High kick towards full forward. Lockett on his chest unopposed. Tony Lockett has taken this mark about 20 metres out on a 45-degree angle. A chance to kick his second goal, the Saints' third.
Some superhuman efforts there by some St Kilda players. Grant on the half-back line got the ball down. A terrific tackle by Lockett. Low, a big kick, and then Lockett recovered.
Tony Lockett taking plenty of time. The kick is good. He's got his second, and the Saints now trail by just a point.
Well, I hope the St Kilda fellows run back and congratulate and encourage David Grant on the half-back line, because he initiated that play. He was held by Dixon, then went in and laid it fantastic, smothered, recovered and got the ball down to the St Kilda forward line, and Lockett equal to the task. A good tackle on Mew, the ball across to Lowe from that missed kick. The importance of tackling on the forward line demonstrated by Tony Lockett.
Entertaining start to this game. We're back in the middle. The Hawks by a solitary point. 7:31 remaining in this first term. Jenkins over the ball for the Hawks, can't control it. This is Ayres, a high kick down towards half forward. Jeffrey in best position, has it knocked away by Pritchard. Opportunity for Brereton, coming in strongly as Dixon, off the ground Dixon, down towards the forward pocket. Dunstall's in front down there. He's harassed by Elphinston. Pushing in was Grant. Elphinston keeps it in play, that's dangerous. Picked up now by Pritchard, a centering kick. It floats towards the kickoff line. Opportunity for Hall wide of the pack. Abbott loses control. Down goes Muller. Tries to work it through the pack. Couldn't. Spills behind them now. Picked up by Jeffrey. Jeffrey towards half-back. They're a bit lucky there, St Kilda. They worked hard. One doubted the wisdom of keeping it in. This is Daniels. Daniels through the middle towards Winmar. But the mark is taken in front by Ray Jenke.
Jenke just on the defensive side of centre. Hawthorn leading by 1 point. He gets clear and goes up towards half forward. Abbott does the roving work. Buckenara heads for goal. Off target and 1 point only after taking the handball from Demetrio. So they've opened up a 2 point break. Elphinstone again to the outer side, or Di Domenico in front. Winmar late on the scene behind, so too is Mew, straight over the line.
Can I make a demotion too? I don't like to do this. I don't know how Robert will take the news, but he's not acting captain today. He's acting vice captain. Well, I'm not going to tell him.
He's very happy with either one of those, though, we believe. Gary Ayres acting captain for Hawthorn today. Here's Nixon, a chance to run. Corcomelis in trouble, but gets the handball away. Coughlin also under pressure, finds Lowe. Through centre half forward spot, directly in front. This a chance for St Kilda to hit the front.
Behind Stuart Lowe is Spiro Corcomelis, limping. Let's hope he's all right.
The action with Lowe, a high drop punt, sitting a bit in there, and a good mark taken by Chris Langford. 50 metres, had the ball taken out of his hand. Tony Lockett is going to make sure it. There's another metres. Look at this, 100 metres.
Nobody on the mark.
He could just about go. Into the pocket, Brereton, Dunstall, over the line. Oh, dear.
Well, that's a first, isn't it? Hasn't happened too often.
So a throw-in Hawthorn's left forward pocket. 25 seconds ago, St Kilda was shooting for goal. Dermott Brereton not too happy at the moment with the umpires. This is Elphinstone towards centre wing, and it will beat players over the line. So another throw-in to take place. Hawthorn leading 3-5 to St Kilda's 3-3. The ball on centre wing. Lowe to do the ruck work for St Kilda. Beaten. Demetrio, Jeffrey over the line. So a good start to this game. St Kilda looking to carry on from where they left off last week. Conditions decidedly different. Abbott again. Dixon, a good smother on him, however. Corcomelis couldn't take it. Nixon crawls over the line with the football.
And it's on. Boundary throw in. This has been a good duel too. Deere and Jones. Jones a very willing worker. Neither of them touched the ball. Corcomelis through the traffic lays it off. Dwyer pulls it back towards centre half forward. It's a floating kick. Winmar sandwiched between two defenders. Schwab over the ball. Gets it wide. Gotch with the run of it. He's already kicked the goal. Away from his own goal, Bradley Gotch. Now he pulls it back towards the forward pocket. Over the top, Jenke appeared to interfere with Winmar. No free kick. Langford gets a good shepherd. Breaks away. Sweeping hand pass over the top. Taken on the outer side by Schwab. He centres the ball. Abbott takes the mark. The defensive side of centre. Back it comes to Mew. He casually gets through the centre. Telling kick down towards Dunstall. Got his right hand to the ball. Couldn't hang on. Shot it off the ground by Whitman. It's gone out of bounds on the full in that left full forward pocket. Elphinston wasting no time. Comes back short and finds Grant. He's been a very good defender so far. Grant's away from right half back. Kicks it high towards centre wing. Lowe comes down the ground from behind and takes a strong mark over the top of Chris Mew. This could be 50. Yes, it's going to be 50. Umpire Lawler stepping it out. And this takes Lowe down towards the 50-metre line.
The ironical cheers as the umpire goes to ground.
He was stepping at that vigorously. He fell over.
Short. At the target. At the back. Here's an opportunity. The shot at goal. Another poster.
No, I think the umpire's conferring. There could be another kick.
There's going to be.
Tony Lockett, the recipient.
So Lockett is just 40 metres out after that initial kick came from Nathan Burke. Lockett already has 2. This a chance to give St Kilda the lead. They trail at the moment by 2 points. .45-degree angle. Lockett deliberate in his approach. The drop punt is on its way. Goal umpire makes plenty of ground and one behind only the result. So a point the difference, favouring the Hawks.
We'll see here on replay the free kick. Pritchard crashing Lockett to the ground.
Langford's kick back into play. Fisted towards the boundary line. Could be a free kick to Collins. No, the advantage paid onto Buckenara. Danger looming as Buckenara puts it out wide in front of Dixon. Oh, great diving now. Well, they move the ball so quickly from one end to the other. Towards Dunstall. Again, the meat in the sandwich. Collins waiting down. It wasn't Collins, it was Whitman. He snaps at goal and makes no mistake.
Early, that is the difference between the two sides. Whitman very quick to get underneath that pack. The St Kilda fellows brought it to ground, and this is where St Kilda are lacking, up on that forward line. Jones really should have punched the ball, made a better fist of it, going towards the boundary line, but good roving by the ex-Xavier player, Chris Whitman. Also played his junior football at Baldwin and Greythorn. In the eastern suburbs.
7 points the margin. Approaching quarter time here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Again, umpire Lawler have something to say out there. The piece has been restored. 55 seconds remaining in the term. There's Bob Jones. There's Greg Deere. It's been an enthralling duel, that one. Up they go. One down by Deere, wide of the pack. It's taken by DP Domenico. Threads his way through the oncoming players and hooks it down towards half forward. Frawley over the top, knocking it away. It's taken by Whitman. Demetrio, good-looking kick, that one. He pulls it back beautifully. And the mark is taken by Brereton. He's only about 20 metres out, directly in front. He's kicked 14 goals for the season, Dermott Brereton.
Well, it must be a pleasure playing on the Hawthorn forward line when you've got fellows up the ground that can deliver the ball so well.
His 15th should be a formality. It will be the 5th for Hawthorn. He steers it through. 5-5, plays 4.
Well, it's the first time we've seen Dermott Brereton in the game today, having an interesting tussle with Danny Frawley. Frawley probably the best cutter-outer in league football, and Frawley playing up the ground. I believe he should be playing closer to the ground, but the St Kilda Brains Trust obviously think that Brereton is the key to the game, hence they've put their captain, Frawley, onto him, and he's done a good job so far.
Almost siren time to end this first quarter. 2 quick late goals to Hawthorn, steadying the ship. Deere goes it alone, gets a hurried kick. Almost taken by Ayres, but he did have support, and the mark taken by Demetriou. Back to Ayres again. Can they get another one for quarter time? Ayres in towards full forward. Dunstall's at the back. St Kilda free kick. The siren has sounded. So that will end the first quarter. The honours going with Hawthorn. At quarter time they lead 5-5, 35. St Kilda 3-4, 22. Hawthorn take a 13-point lead into the second quarter here at the MCG against St Kilda. 2 late goals in the first quarter have given the Hawks a little bit of breathing space. Jones trying to get it out of the centre, can't do so. Socket off the ground by Pritchard down towards Hawthorn's half-forward line. Abbott, Brereton, Di Domenico. Danger again for St Kilda. They might get out of trouble through Sheldon. Steadies the ship to Winmar on the defensive side of centre wing. Nixon calling for it, but he elects to hug the boundary line, looking for Lowe. Finally plays on straight away. This is Rice towards full forward. Lockett with one hand. Who's going to recover? It's Langford to Ayres. They're out of trouble once. Gowes. Momentarily anyway. Gotch has possession. Back to Rice. In trouble. Needs support. Eventually threw it out to Muller. He's quickly claims. Now Winmar. Caught. Ran straight into Di Domenico. Abbott. Rice. Muller. No one able to get it clear. The umpire's letting play go on, and eventually Di Domenico gets a kick. Taken by Jones, however. A short little chip pass is effective to Stuart Lowe. Lowe again, looking for Lockett. No mark taken. Play on the call. Gotch's kick is partly smothered. So to Ayres. An opportunity for Lockett. Shoots at goal. He's kicked it. And that's his third.
Nathan Burke, he was the one who went in and smothered. We'll see this on replay as little Bradley Gotch is getting up after a terrific tackle by the Hawthorn defenders. Here it is there. He goes underneath, but where's the Hawthorn defenders? Not in sight, but and smothered there by Burke on Ayres. Lockett kicks his third. The importance of tackling and smothering couldn't have been emphasised better in that little passage of play.
Lockett looking very dangerous on the forward line. The margin back to 7 points. Hawthorn lead. One down by Adair. Shark by Corcomelis. Strong tackle by Collins. Corcomelis works it forward. He's given some time. This is Burke. Dragged off the kick. It spills down inside half forward. Strong mark. Taken by Schwab. He's away. Good desperation there from Gotch. The ball only went about 15 metres. Burke hand passes over the top, intended for Corcomelis. They're going in pretty solidly. Demetriou's over the ball. Corcomelis back into the fray, claimed by Jenke. And I think the umpire eventually, umpire Rich, will move in to ball it up.
They're a great tackling side, St Kilda.
Bound on the line of the square, down towards half forward for the Saints. Low, only as far as Mew. High kick back towards the middle. Muller over the top of Abbott. Abbott will get the free kick. Will the advantage be paid? Generally they paid it today, and when they should have, they didn't. On the other 2 occasions it's broken down. Once about 25 metres out from goal. Meantime, Abbott with the ball goes towards half forward. Ill-directed kick, and the mark is taken by Jones. Battling hard, a high kick back towards midfield. Big pack into the air, off hands. Muller trying to go through. Schwab head first, gets it across towards Di Domenico. He's pushed off the ball, and eventually Gotch claims it, only to be claimed, and the ball will be bounced down about 10 metres the attacking side of the centre circle for the Saints. 5-5 Hawthorn, 4-4 St Kilda. And this is umpire Rich. Dia, the player ran into the back of the umpire. Where's that down? Might be low. Meantime, they work it forward. Coughlin tries to knock it across towards Corcomelis. Spills through the pack. Burke back towards Coughlin. Into the path of Gotch. He's already got one. Great shepherd from Lockett. Gotch pulls it back too far and kicks it behind. Lockett came storming out and put Buckenara down. Lowe is the man who went down in that ruck exchange. He's back on his feet.
Winmar also in the hands of the trainers for a moment or so, but he's okay. This is Chris Mew in the back pocket. 29, plays 35. Just 6 points in it at the moment and developing into a very good game of football. Pritchard back to Mew. Into the centre. Di Domenico with strength. Gets front spot. The bounce will favour Gowes. To the half-forward line. No mark taken. The attempt by Demetrio. Buckenara, after being involved in some heavy shepherding work, has recovered. At the bottom is Whitman.
And Hawthorn about to make a change. Warming up on the boundary line is Peter Russo. And Hawthorn runner out there shuffling the players around in order to make the change.
Jones beats Abbott on this occasion, but it's fisted down, only to be taken by Dwyer. Here's an opportunity for Coughlin. Where's Lockett? Great pass.
That was a good pass there by Frankie Coughlin. St Kilda not the most skilled side around. You could never question their endeavour, but the skill, question mark.
Lockett from 49 metres. The drop punt is on its way, but he's pulled that one. And another behind goes on the board.
As Gowers comes off and Peter Russo coming on, so Russo could go to the half-back flank. He is picking up Nixon. 5
points the margin, favouring Hawthorn. St Kilda certainly having their chances, though, in the opening minutes of this second quarter. As Mew brings the ball back into play towards Collins. Coughlin under pressure from Ayres, but he's too quick. Is he going to be free kick? Play on. Coughlin goes into the pocket. Lockett from behind. Hello! Great strength.
Well, that was strength again, personified. And that was a good bit there by Lockett, because as far as strength goes, Langford has also plenty. You can see that the two big men fighting. Langford taller, but Lockett a little more bulkier.
A great struggle, this one. Lockett has 3 goals. "25 metres out, the drop punt. He's kicked this one. 4 goals to Tony Lockett. And St Kilda hit the front. 5-6 plays 5-5.
Easy to see you're a St Kilda supporter, Sandy. I just couldn't get a word in there. You're getting carried away. As Tony Lockett has kicked 4, and you wouldn't question Chris Langford's ability or his play on Lockett at this stage. It's been a terrific battle, and I would say honours about even at this stage.
Just to point the difference, Lockett 4 goals, takes his total for the season to 30. Of course, he's kicked 14 in the last 2 games coming into this afternoon. Good mark by Muller in front of Abbott that time. So the game's looking very solid at the moment. Muller long towards half forward, intended for low. Mew, good effort, almost the mark. It falls to Winmar. High kick, a massive kick from Winmar. Lockett going back. Langford tries to knock away. It's gone through for a behind. A lot's made of some of the great clashes when individuals not being billed or not occurring in games the way football is played these days, but we've got a classic out there at the moment. An outstanding fullback against his star full forward. Ball kicked in by Langford. Opportunity for Muller. Left the ball behind. Russo going nowhere. His kick was charged down. Now Nixon an opportunity over the top. Coughlin 20 metres out and closing. Coughlin puts the Saints in front.
Kilda look a better side when they can get that ball in a pack. Now it came into a pack from that kick out from Chris Langford. Players converged upon it, and then Nixon gets it out to Coughlin. And Coughlin in his earlier day used to stage some titanic battles with Greg Williams from the Sydney Swans. Williams, who played for Golden Square, and that man on screen, Coughlin, played for Sandhurst.
In the Bendigo League.
Bendigo League, Sandy.
43 plays 35. St Kilda lead. 3 quick goals in this quarter. Still 18 minutes or so remaining in this second term. It's been a great start by the Saints. The ball locked up in the centre. And we'll have another bounce. Tony Lockett, 4 goals. Coughlin and Gotch, 1 apiece for the Saints. Darren Pritchard is Hawthorn's principal scorer to date. He has booted 2. Rice onto the right foot. Down to Coughlin. He's having a bit of a purple patch to Gotch. Could have gone short. Elects for Lockett again. Trying to do the work from behind. Coughlin waiting down. needs support. Lowe was there, but Langford, cool as a cucumber, gets clear. Bounces his way across the half-back line. Shepherding sees him wide. Domenico bounces from his chest, but he's got time to recover. Brereton, clever idea to try and tap it over the side. It worked to Pritchard. Hawthorn going to answer the challenge into their attacking zone. Plenty up. Big Jones down. Caught one high. The big fella goes down. Sheldon keeps it in play, but straight to Domenico. No one at home for St Kilda. Will Elphinstone get there? He won't. So Dixon will have a shot from directly in front, 20 metres out. He was the only one there.
And Dermott Brereton, who threw himself into that pack, is shaking his head behind the scenes. He's not too good.
Dixon kicking for his first goal. He's made no mistake.
Robert Dixon, who has only just come into the Hawthorn side, he made his debut this year. He's played 6 games already, so that's not a bad effort. Maybe a little late to come into league football, but at 24 and formerly from Morwell, he is certainly making his mark. He was the most promising player in the Hawthorn reserve grade team last year.
St Kilda lead by 2 points. 6-7, 6-5. There's the bounce. One wide by Dia, claimed by Jenke. Buckenara, charge down. Corcomelis towards half forward goes the kick. Low on all fours, thumps it St Kilda's way. Opportunity for Gotch off the ground, collides with Lockett. It's taken by Langford. Gotch is slow to get up. The kick comes back meantime towards centre field. Abbott to Russo, runners inside. Dixon has the ball. He's storming towards half forward, intended for Dunstall. Knocked away by Elphinstone. Sheldon tries to get it across towards Dwyer, picked up by Pritchard. He hooks it down towards full forward. It's off the mark. Grant goes back to Courage. And he, I think, has taken the mark. We'll just wait for the umpire's decision. Is he paying the mark? Yes, he's going to, and he wants the ball to come back to Grant.
Well, why would he bring the ball back, Dennis?
Well, he played
You're
on...
a former coach.
Well, he didn't kick over the mark. That's right. He played on wide of the mark. But I always think they're picking down in that area around the post. I think it's a gentleman's agreement. They sort of have to come back 5 metres off the fence, so everything changes a bit close to the boundary line, especially near goal, as Daniels crosses the boundary line with the ball and then stomps on it. We'll have a throw in at right half forward. 6-7 to 6-5. And Kilda surprise leaders, and they're playing very well. They're taking it right to the Hawks. Hurried kick by Whitman. They'll contest on the 50-metre line. Jeffrey got a fist to it, coming through solidly down there. Grant must get a free kick. It was taken high. He's a very courageous player, is David Grant. Backed himself again, charged up at the ball, and he will relieve the pressure. Boots it out towards the southern side wing. Big pack into the air. Low almost the mark. Daniels couldn't control it. Confronted by Collins. They battle after the ball, and there'll be a whistle. We'll have a ball up on the outer side wing.
43 plays 41. St Kilda leading by 2 points. Ball on that outer side. Jones. Corcomelis can take it. Collins again furrowing in at the bottom of the pack.
He's holding his elbow too as he gets up, Andrew Collins. I wonder if he hit his funny bone, because it sends a sensation of numbness down through the fingers. But he seems to be all right.
Still at centre wing. Jones in towards the middle. An opportunity for Muller if he can get clear. He can't. Claimed by Mew, who gets a short kick out wide, only as far as Daniels. Onto the left foot he goes, spearing it in towards that left half forward flank. Russo under pressure is taken with the football over the line. 6-7 St Kilda. Hawthorn 6-5. Low. And Deer. The Hawthorn big man, he got his hand to it. Coughlin won't keep it in play quite. And so another throw in to take place. Crowd of probably in excess of 20,000 now here at the MCG to witness this game. Deer again, Buckenara, a short kick, Winmar. Too far out to score, but if he gets hold of one, he'll put it deep into that attacking zone. Lockett, 2-on-1, Lockett up too early. Coughlin waiting down. They pounce upon it, but it'll be a free kick going the way of Russo. And he'll take it in the back pocket.
Langford had a word to the umpire, not surprisingly.
Winmar and Mew. Langford has it stolen. That was by Burke. And another bounce to take place.
Done some terrific work, Nathan Burke. A little quiet earlier in the season, but now starting to come to the boil. Playing as a rover, started or made his name as a wingman last year. Playing second rover to Bradley Gotch.
Circle of players around this ball. It's not a brilliant bounce. Russo didn't like it all that much, but he did have support in Whitman to get them out of trouble. Frawley. Brereton a late tackle, and it might be an on behind play here. The runners are coming out. The ball is over the line, and players just sorting themselves out behind play. Big Bob Jones, Dermott Brereton, and a number of officials, runners out on the ground. Anyway, we're back in business. This is Gary Ayres. Floating left foot kick falls onto the chest of Muller. Quickly back into attack, and the mark taken by Gotch.
Had a pass or a miss kick?
Give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'd say a miss kick.
I thought you were going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
No benefit of the doubt, Sandy.
So Gotch. We're going to kick from around 45 metres. The left kick is on its way. Has it got enough? Just shaving the post.
It's a neat little player, Bradley Gotch, and it was a neat kick. Didn't think he'd make the distance because Lockett made a terrific lead. He could have dropped it in, but he had confidence in his own ability. As Hawthorn are going to make a change with Chris Lingsford kicking out, Russell Green doing his stretches.
St Kilda by 3 points. Rice, great mark over the top. Dean Rice climbing over Chris Mew. Back towards full forward. Lockett in best position down there. Ball spills backward of the pack. Langford, great recovery. Storms away. Still he goes to Chris Langford. Got around low and now has a third bounce as he goes towards right half back. Kicks long towards half forward. Hall finds himself in front, almost the mark behind the Grant. Well, I thought it came off Grant's hands. It's going to be paid to Frawley. Now Frawley's down. I didn't see what happened to him. Dermott Brereton is there. Just a coincidence, I'd suggest. Frawley from half back. Could have sworn that bounced off Grant's hands at the back of the pack. Coughlin's got the resultant kick from Frawley. Coughlin's away. Long kick towards half forward. Low from behind. Almost the mark in front to Mew. Winmar gets it to Gotch. He's in trouble. Spins out of it. Smothered brilliantly by Mew. Whitman coming through. Gets it to Schwab. He crashes his way through. Comes across the ground and the mark is taken by Pritchard. He feigns to go by hand. Now he gets it to the run of Russo. Russo forward of half back goes towards half forward. Brereton takes the mark on his chest. He may have been involved on the other side. We have a clue. Brereton goes in short and the mark is taken by Buckenara. Whitman's off. Green is on. Buckenara, a centering kick. Mew has it alongside the centre circle. Long towards Dunstall. Can he get his first goal? Punched away by Jones. Taken by Elphinston. Gets it across to Jeffrey. Now it's with Grant.
Goes wide out in front of Burke. Got a Paddock in front of him if he wants it. Needs support. Where's Winmar? Can't take the mark. Low over the line. Three points the difference. Hawthorn have been restricted to just one goal in this quarter. It's been a really great struggle. Dwyer. Gets clear. Low. One grab. Couldn't complete the mark, however. Flick to Ayres, who goes with a high kick. Jones coming towards the charging pack. Muller, a tackle on Brereton. Jeffrey clear. A long penetrating kick down towards Lockett. What a great one-hander.
Oh, pushed into that by Greg Deere. The battle up between the two big men, but Deere, great play by Jeffrey to burst through the pack. A straight line, you can see there Deere pushing Lockett into the ball, and Deere collected Langford on the run through.
He's going for goal number 5. 45 out. The drop punt's on its way. He has kicked. Tony Lockett, 5 goals, and St Kilda go to a 9-point lead.
Well, the advantage of that big kick and attacking play by Jeffrey, the man on screen, formerly from Jerilderie. What a terrific battle he's putting up with Dixon on that half-back line. A good kick from centre wing, and Lockett making no mistake. 5 goals, 7-3 last week. The most goals Tony Lockett has kicked in a game is against Melbourne, 12, and that was last year.
Inspired by Tony Lockett, St Kilda lead by 9 points with 7:57 remaining in this term. Jones over the top. Dwyer tries to knock on, but it comes Hawthorn's way. Muller does well. Deft deflection out wide, and again from Rice. Gets it across to support. Burke towards the centre wing, but the ball is marked by Winmar. Winmar's away. Down towards the pocket goes his kick. That's ambitious. Gotch giving away a lot of centimetres down there. Schwab comes over the top and knocks it out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. 7-8 St Kilda. 6-5 Hawthorn. Now we headed towards a surprise. Lowe thumps it down towards the goal square. Coming out is Lockett. Strength as he crashes his way through. Gets it to Nixon. He's upended. The ball flies out of bounds on the full. And the Hawks will take a free kick down there. So last week it was Melbourne, the competition leaders. St Kilda toppled them at Moorabbin. And this afternoon Hawthorn on top of the table, a record of 7-2. And suddenly in the second term, approaching half-time, they find themselves under extreme pressure. DP Domenico goes up and takes the mark at left half-back. 7-8-50, 6-5-41. DP Domenico from half-back flank, long towards centre wing. Brereton is there. Frawley, who's done a great job, knocks it away. Rice, back comes Brereton. Frawley anxious to get at him, and the ball's jarred across the boundary line. Will have a throw in. Frawley found a yard.
Frawley's got exceptional strength, and his battle against Ablett a couple of weeks ago was a terrific encounter. Now another one with Brereton.
Ball is on centre wing. A chance for Demetrio to go high towards half forward. Waiting down. Sheldon soccers off the ground into the centre towards Winmar and Jenke. It is the latter who is the victor on this occasion. Towards Dunstall. Hasn't had a sniff, but's got a chance here. May lose it yet. Towards the boundary line goes Elphinstone. Well done. As he gets it clear to Sheldon. And St Kilda fans delirious as the ball is out of the danger zone. Just listen to that crowd.
Great effort by Robert Elphinstone. It's the best game I've seen him play.
Just on 6 minutes remaining. Abbott and Jones, the big men. Daniels needs someone going past. Russo tapped it back towards Collins. Out on the full. So it will be Burke who will bring it into play for St Kilda. Towards half forward, Lowe the target, well spoiled, waiting down at Nixon, out in front of, and well in front of Coghlan and Russo over the line. St Kilda have it down in that left half forward flank area. They lead by 9 points. Lowe and Deere. Deere front spot, Schwab first to the football. The kick is high. No mark taken. Burke again, spearing one in. A chance for Corcomelis. Onto the left foot he goes. Deep towards Lockett. Over the top and one behind. Well, the crowd seems to sense this duel and they rise as one as soon as that ball goes down into that St Kilda forward zone, because they are having a great struggle. Dipier, Domenico and Rice. Got to be a free kick going the way of Robert Dipier Domenico.
From the back pocket towards the outer side wing, Nixon does well, drifting across in front of Hall to take the mark just inside the boundary line. Nixon's away, goes in short, awkward one for Lowe, couldn't control it. Dipier Domenico on the burst, intended for Green. Muller, whoops, legs taken out from under him. He battles on, spills wide. Demetrio, clever hand pass. This is Collins runs through centre wing, goes down towards half forward. Dunstall, it pitched just in front of him, an awkward one for him. Grant tracks the ball, Demetrio over it, surrounded by Saints. Knocked out of there by Elphinston, taken by Corcomelis. The hand pass was intended for Sheldon. Tracking it down, Dixon. Great shepherd, Brereton. Long kick from Dixon, goes down towards full forward. Sheldon may have touched it, I think he did. And then it back up against the post. Minor score then for the Hawks. Plenty of feeling in this game now. 7-9 St Kilda. Hawthorn is 6-6. Elphinston, with the umpire still waving the flag, came in short to Grant. Dwyer, he's in trouble. Plays it brilliantly. Sold a great dummy. Frawley's got it. He's at right half back. Runners inside. Elphinston confronted. Good tackle applied by Ball. Ball spills. Taken by Burke, who's been a star. 9 kicks, 5 hand passes. Burke. Elphinston towards half forward. Winmar gets on the end of it. Why not go to Lockett? He's one out with Langford. He's hung on to it too long. Now more Hawks are back there, although still St Kilda leaving it very open. Winmar. Well, what a kick. It's a goal. Why not hang on to it?
That is the biggest kick I have seen for goal. That would have to rival Jeff Berring's goal at St Kilda a couple of years ago. That's on the, it's not on the point of the circle, it's of the square, it's further towards the centre. That was enormous. You couldn't believe that unless you saw. I'm speechless.
Centre bounce again. St Kilda have opened up a 15-point lead. Deer can't take it out of the middle. It's almost thrown clear. Muller gets a high kick. St Kilda into attack again. Here's Winmar. Got a little too far underneath the football. Now Chris Mew. Straight to Sheldon, however. The attacks are being repelled. Low. Winmar. Can he make it 2 in as many minutes? He'll be on the left foot. Pulls it back. Shepherding. 1 point. Oh, they're coming with a rush. 8-10 plays 6-6. Langford. At the back, Daniels. Under pressure, Burke. A high kick. No one able to take it. Daniels there, pulled to the ground. And we'll see a bounce. Right, these players will be looking forward to half-time. It's been played at a frantic pace in this first half. Low plucks it out of the air. But
the Hawthorn team will be looking to that half-time break to regain some lost composure.
had a great game so far. Now where's Lockett and Langford? Russell Green. Not showing a great deal of subtlety, but preferring one behind as he rushes it over the line. 8-11 plays 6-6.
Tony Hall now into the centre, and Gary Buckenara has gone into the forward flank for Hawthorn.
Langford. This time neglecting Green and going towards Deer on the outer side. The big fella takes it. Keen to play on. Is called play on now. He pokes it wide. It's just going to be kept in play, and the mark taken by Pritchard onto Schwab. Just over a minute remaining. Can Hawthorn get a goal? They need one badly. Down towards the forward line, but big Bob Jones is there. Oh, he plays on to Elphinstone. It'll be clear though, because Sheldon is across the face of goal. He's got a padding in front. Ball to ground once. Runs his full distance. Swings play back into the centre. Nixon. Mew behind. Corcomelis throws it out to Nixon. To Winmar. How's the bounce? Will it sit? It does. He hooks it back. Cleverly. Has the mark been taken?
I think it has.
Low.
Six marks. Stuart Lowe.
Just about right on siren time. He's going to have to run out.
Should go back further and open up the face of goal.
He's trying. He's doing that now. Flicks in towards goal. I think he's kicked it. What a great goal.
we had seen two magnificent goals. One earlier by Nicky Winmar, and that incredible accuracy from deep in that forward pocket. Here's Winmar getting the ball up. Intelligent kick, didn't go for goal, but centred it. And Winmar low, drifting behind Tony Lockett. Took his sixth mark, and a beautiful kick for goal.
6 goals to 1, favouring St Kilda in this quarter.
Last 10 minutes have been sensational, haven't they?
An amazing run. Very close to siren time. Rice tries to get it down to Big Bob Jones. Rice will get the free kick. Only seconds remaining. There's the siren. A great first half of football with the honours going the way of St Kilda. At half-time they lead. 9-11, 65. Hawthorn, 6-6, 2. Throw to the break.
Yeah, I got one.
St Kilda take a 23-point lead into the second half. Hawthorn have spent the long break making changes, and they've made plenty, Don Scott.
Langford now at centre-half forward. Abbott gone to full back. Schwab picking up Winmar. And Whitman back on the ground as he picks up the ball.
The tackling of St Kilda was fantastic in the first half. It's continuing. Muller's kick going up towards centre wing. After Winmar, keeps it in play beautifully. May get claimed. Now he gets a short kick down towards Lowe on the left half forward flank. With him is Korkamielis. Good shepherding. Sees him clear. Lockett. One hand. Jenke overruns it. Gotch can't turn it. Still tremendous pressure as Deere gets the handball away. And this time, Hawthorn are out of trouble. It's going to be Demetrio. A long kick. Grant using the body. Sheldon coming over the top. This leaves Dixon clear. His hand pass is under pressure, however. Looking for Whitman. Back to Dixon. To centre half forward. Hawthorn going nowhere quickly at the moment. Dwyer over the top. And the umpire will come in for a bounce.
And there's a St Kilda player down behind. Play. The players grouping around. It looks like it could be Bob Jones. Or Russell Jeffrey. Maybe the latter. Doesn't look too good. In actual fact, I didn't see what happened there. But he doesn't look too good at all. I think the stretcher may have to come out. Tony Evans warming up.
There's Evans.
Yes, it's not Jones.
It looks as if he's all right. Blinking.
Just wait and see who it is before we say any more, but it does seem to be at least moving down there, which is a good sign. So play halted for the moment, with St Kilda in a very strong position, 9-11 to 6-5. They trailed by 13 points at quarter time. So Hawthorn did something similar against Melbourne on this ground a few weeks back. They started very well, and they fell behind and eventually lost that game. And again today, they started very well against these Saints, but St Kilda have plugged away and dominated the second quarter. 13 scoring shots to 2. Let's see what did happen. It might be Jeffrey down there. We'll wait and see. That's Jeffrey. Just one of those things, as you saw. Langford had the ball and fell on his shoulder or neck.
Very interesting to see what the actual injury will be, Dennis, because he's moving his legs, so obviously not a knee injury.
I think it may be his neck, Don. He came down, Langford did, across his neck and shoulders, so I think that could be the problem. Hopefully he's okay. Here it is again. Watch Langford as he loses control of the ball. Stay with that.
Neck and shoulder.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunate for St Kilda and for Jeffrey as he is leaving the ground now. Tony Evans is on. There has been no addition to the score since the resumption of play.
No chance at all of him coming back on because he's not going through the interchange bench. He's going directly to the change room.
Bad a time as any to pick up an injury just after a break when the body is still a little bit cold, like near the start of a game. I think more players are susceptible to injuries at that time. So Jeffrey, who's been a real battler out through the first half, comes off the ground. And the ball to be bounced on the Hawthorn half-forward line. Hawthorn trailing by 23 points. So back with the action now. Umpire George Lawler to bounce it down. 9-11, 6-6. Can the Hawks make some inroads here? Knocked out by Dwyer. Demetrio over the ball to Green. Hooks it high towards right half forward. The mark is taken in front by Pritchard. Evans standing the mark, in fact running away as Pritchard takes the kick down towards the forward pocket. Dunstall's in front. In close attendance was Elphinston. Ball spills behind them. Hand pass comes towards the goal square. Deer goes back. Sheldon arrives quickly and rushes it through for a behind. Whitman got it over the top. Sheldon sensed the danger, came storming back into the goal square and ran it through. The experienced veteran, former Carlton player, their best player, the Saints last week. Muller kicks in, members side. Demetrio over the top, fisting away. Taken forward of the pack by the Saints. Grant towards the boundary line. It bounces out of bounds and we'll have a throw in.
Just feels as if somebody's got to throw a match to get this game ignited again. Both teams just going through the motions early in this third quarter.
Well, it's going to be Hawthorn that's going to have to do the work at the moment because they trail. Green takes it onto the left boot in towards centre half forward. Dixon under plenty of pressure. Dippy Domenico likewise. Farms it back to Green. Clever play. Wider to Brereton. Can't take it on the half volley. Has support, however, in Dixon. Back to Green. The three of them have been handling the football the last 35 seconds. In towards the pocket and Tony Hall. Loses out to Sheldon. Rice with courage. Backing into the pack. Plays on. Now an opportunity for Nixon, but he's claimed. Loses the football.
Great tackle by Domenico on Nixon. And Nixon's given away the free kick around the neck.
So Domenico at centre wing. Gets clear and goes long up to the 50-metre line. Brereton coming in from the side. Can't complete the mark. He does, however, have support in towards full forward. The bounce may favour Dunstall. It goes over the top. It's kicked off the ground. And one behind is the result.
Robert Dixon, who kicked that off the ground, but Jason Dunstall now starting to play behind Elphinston. 3 metres behind on that occasion.
21 points the margin. Elphinston again to the outer side. Dippy Domenico setting himself from behind. Can't take the mark. Corcomelis gets it clear. They've got the running players. Right. Up towards Coghlan. May get a favourable bounce. He taps it on. Trying to centre the football, but there's no one home, however. There's Viewers down behind play after trying to do the shepherding work. Daniels, good mark.
So the youngster from half-back centres the ball, taken by Gotch to Corcomelis. Through the centre he goes, shrugs a tackle into the path of Coghlan. Coughlan's away, does brilliantly. Swerves through the oncoming traffic, long towards full forward, intended for Lockett. With him is Abbott. Spills off their hands and goes through for a minor score. So St.Kilda, starting as they finish that second quarter, push their score up to 9-12. Hawthorn is 6-8. Early days in this third term. Paul Abbott, who played in the first half at centre half forward, drives towards the outer side, waiting behind Rice, deflects it across towards Jones, back towards Rice. Rice on the outer side wing, towards half forward goes the spearing kick. It bounces just in front of Gotch, fast running out of space, over the top, intended for Nixon. He can't control it, it's out of bounds, and the boundary umpire will bring it back in. Ricky Nixon, a shade dishevelled. 9-12, 6-8. Lowe and Mew won easily by the former. They battle after it. That's Daniels, emerges with the ball, great strength. The umpire's called for it. Strange decision really, because we saw Daniels wrench it away from the Hawthorn player on the ground and then be tackled. It wasn't held to him, but the umpire, a quick whistle, perhaps a responsible one, as Mew thumps it wide. Rice leads in the race. Dippy Domenico in close attendance, does well. Gains about 5 metres. The ball will be thrown in once more. A very competitive game of football, this one, played under cloudy skies. And on the outer side, Dia and Jones will do the ruck work. Very interesting duel. Clean possession to Dia. kicks towards half forward. Muller does well to tidy up. Gets it across to Sheldon, right on the boundary line. He hooks it down towards half forward. Ayres, the big mark over the top.
Gary Ayres from half back. Both sides trouble scoring. A game of defences early on in this third quarter. Langford, Brereton the target. He finds him. Ignoring the lead of Green.
Jenke coming off for Hawthorn and going onto the half-back flank will be Andrew Gowers.
Brereton will kick from around 56 metres. Trying to get as close to Frawley as he can. It's a good-looking drop punt. Deep into the square, over the top, and a great goal.
Well, it didn't look a good kick off the boot there by Dermott Brereton, but it certainly spun the right way as soon as it left the boot. He looked a little bit flat when he dropped it onto his toe. There is the kick, but it was a beautiful kick, 52 metres out. That's his second, Dermott Brereton. But he's been well held today by Danny Frawley, and that's probably the first occasion I can remember him really getting away from Frawley.
We're back in the middle, 9-12 to 7-8. The Hawks are working their way back into this game. They battle after it in centre field. Whitman emerges, swings it out wide. One-out contest. Grant over the top, knocking it away from Russo. Bit of recovery from Grant. Was he held without it? Not according to the umpire. Sheldon came up. In goes Ayres. The ball spills across the boundary line. Well, no, it's going to be a free kick, is it? Sheldon wanted it. Not forthcoming. Stakes are high for both these sides. The Hawks looking to stay on top, and the Saints playing for their football survival. Rice, brilliantly done to Coughlin. Sweeping hand pass to accommodate Nixon. He left it behind. Ample time to go back and get it again. Centering kick, it's a high one. Where's Lockett? Good mark in front to Abbott. Great use of the body, Abbott. To Russo. Swings it out wide, pinpointing the ball, and the mark is taken out there by Ayres. Gary Ayres at left half back towards centre wing. Back goes Buckenara, controls it well. Quick sleight of hand, gets it across to Dippy at a minute ago. He goes down towards half forward. The mark is taken by Dixon. He's inside 50 metres. Brereton is limping. Dixon from the 50-metre line, long towards full forward. Dunstall peels off his man and takes the mark. That's the first bit of space he's had today, and that was the result of strength. When the ball was in the air, he worked on Elton, took him under the ball, went back, took the mark on his chest, and now has an opportunity, and should in fact, and does, bring up his 57th goal of the season.
Well, it wasn't a really good build-up by Hawthorn. Out on that outer wing, Gary Buckenara went with one hand, but I suppose when things are running your way, you can afford to make such mistakes. Really not much commitment from Buckenara, but the Hawthorn team followed up that high kick by Dunstall, and as Dennis earlier mentioned, it's the first time he's got away from Elphinston. He let him underneath the ball, stuck the hand out as the ball came over, used his strength to get back onto it. Good play by Dunstall.
St Kilda leads by just 10 points. The Hawks back in the hunt. From the centre, Jones tries to get it clear. The hurried kick is by Burke. St Kilda need a goal, a steadying one badly. Gowers can't complete the mark. Winmar waiting down in front. Beautiful hand pass across to Coughlin. He'll kick from 55. Lockett has kicked 5. 2 in the first quarter, 3 in the second. Was able to sneak clear of Abbott and will now shoot from 40 metres out. Can he answer the challenge? An important kick. It's on its way. It looks good. He's kicked it. 6 goals to Tony Lockett. And once again the margin is out to 16 points.
Well, that was a pressure goal because St Kilda needed something, a little bit of a steadier. Good play there by Coughlin, very offensive play, out by himself. A good lead by Lockett. And a real pressure goal for his 6th goal.
Back in the middle. Jones and Deere. One by Deere. Oh, a high tackle. We'll see Hawthorn. The advantage is paid this time, and it's Whitman who goes long. Dunstall! Goal for goal. Full forward to full forward at the moment.
Like a shootout, isn't it?
Dunstall kicking his first only 2 minutes ago.
One could sense that Jason Dunstall was about to let go.
Here's the kick on its way. Goal umpire does not move.
And I suppose that's what the St Kilda team are dreading. Jason Dunstall starting to fire. 8 goals 2 last week. He'd been kicked, oh well, in the first half, kept kickless by Elphinston, had the one-hand pass, but now starting to get away. Behind initially, went for his first goal, but then a good lead.
I think it's safe to say Dunstall has had enough. Looking at Lockett doing it at the other end. He's come alight. 2 goals in this term. 10 points the margin. Knocked out by Dia. Burke towards half forward for the Saints. It's a foot race now. Who's got the down speed? Russo just in front of Gotch. Tracks it towards the boundary line. Out of bounds. A little careless. Russo boots it over the fence. No damage done according to the umpire. We'll have a throw in. 10-12 St Kilda. Hawthorn and 9-8. 15 minutes remaining in this term. Mew called upon to do the ruck work. Whitman out of the congestion, back towards centre wing. Daniels does well. Committed himself to that ball. Not a good kick. Charge down. Spills towards the half-forward line for the Saints. Whitman knocked it. Demetrio tried to knock it on. Down goes Daniels. Whitman held without it. Surely back comes Daniels. Brilliantly done. Burke's over the ball. Corcamilis now. Dwyer. The umpire calls for it after Di Domenico knocked it out, but the players showing great courage there as they worked for that one. Players of both sides. Ball up inside the centre square. Marginally St Kilda's way. Dia wins it down. Corcamilis taken high. He'll get the free kick.
Just forward of centre. Players from both sides showing great courage. St Kilda preparing to make a change. It's as though it could be Nixon leaving the ground. And coming on is Andrew Manning. Ball in the centre. Big Bob Jones can't take it. Dyer is clear. Across to low. Clever tap onto Corcamilis. Into the space he goes. Who's there? Coughlin. Shrugs one tackle. Gets a hurried kick. Gotch!
Was that an intentional centre there by Frank Coughlin? I don't think so. But Bradley Gotch all by himself. You see Coughlin spin. He blazed away at goal, or where he thought goal was. May have lost his bearings there for a while. He certainly opened up the face of goal.
I reckon he saw Gotch just before he went to his spin turn. I will get him another look at that.
Gotch now for goal. He's kicked 1. He's kicked 2.
A very accurate kick for goal, Bradley. That's his second goal. Last year's Gardner medalist. We'll see here on replay. Does Coughlin look for Gotch? Yes, there was a quick glance over the left shoulder. You picked it, Dennis.
Thanks, Donny.
And of course, Gotch goes on to goal.
After watching the replay, I'm not sure.
Don't spoil it now. 16 points the difference. The umpire gets in the way of big Greg Deere. The ball spins wide to the wing. Could be a free kick going the way of Demetrio.
Demetrio on centre wing. Now 50 metres. The umpire pointing at Winmar. I don't know why.
Went across the mark.
Did he? Right. I was watching Demetrio. Not a bad 50 either. It takes him down about 35 metres out directly in front.
It wasn't Lowe that went across the mark.
He was pointing at somebody out on the wing. One of those two certainly, Lowe or Winmar. This is Demetrio. He should get a goal from here. Former North player. White will kick this one. Looks good off the boot. The 10th is on the board for the Hawks. They're 10-8. They trail St Kilda 11-12. 12:33 remaining in the term.
Well, Andrew Demetrio, who started in blistering form in the first quarter, went missing the second quarter when St Kilda were laying all those goals on the board. Started to come back playing across the midfield. I don't know which wing he's playing on because he has picked up kicks on both wings. But a needed goal by the Hawthorn side, kicked by Andrew Demetrio.
10 points the margin. It's been goal for goal in the last 5 minutes. In they charge again. Korgamilis couldn't take it initially. Has a second bite at the cherry. Good mark taken by Gowes, however, as he goes up towards half forward. Courage shown by Sheldon. Playing a fine game. Into the centre. Manning and Gowes. The latter fists it clear. Down in front of Buckenara, who receives from Deere. Onto the running Di Domenico. Danger, Dunstall. 2 goals.
Did Sheldon touch the ball? You see here on replay, Sheldon in front. Interesting, interesting.
Jason Dunstall directly in front. It's a goal. Hawthorn back in the hunt. They trail by just 4 points.
Well, Hawthorn swinging wholesale changes as Robert Dixon comes off and Andrew Collins coming on. And the man who has got them alight is this fellow on screen, again getting away from Elphingston, Jason Dunstall. 3 goals in this, the 3rd quarter.
Four points the margin. Centre square in Freeman. And it will be a free kick to Deere. Momentarily, the Saints in trouble. Deere wobbles one down towards half forward. Big pack into the air. Muller waiting behind. Boots it towards the outer side. Di Domenico leads in the race. Rice does well. There's a Saint player down behind the play.
Danny Frawley and the man near him. Oh, actually we saw it.
Frawley appears to be badly hurt. They're calling for a stretcher. Meantime, on the forward line, a spectacular mark is taken by Lockett. Well, Frawley trying to get up, as are the Saints. Lockett has this ball, an opportunity to kick his 7th goal. Away from Frawley, this action was occurring. A spectacular mark by Tony Lockett. He launched himself above 3 Hawks. Frawley still down, still in the hands of the trainers. Lockett, goal number 7. What's he done? He's missed to the right-hand side, or behind.
At the other end of the ground, Danny Frawley.
Did the umpire get him?
5 points the margin. This is Collins on the outer side. It'll be interesting when the ball goes near Brereton. This is Rice. Rice on centre wing. Back towards half forward for the Saints. Mew's in front. Takes the strong mark on his chest. Chris Mew to Russo. This is Whitman storming up through the middle. Long kick down towards half forward. Langford is up. Couldn't hang on. Sheldon brilliantly roving the pack. From centre half back, a high kick back through the middle.
And a great mark taken by Manning. Plays on, swings it wide with the left boot, out towards the left half forward flank. Burke is there and is going to be paid.
Very lucky. And Frawley coming off. You can see there on camera he's not too good.
Burke. Lockett the target. Look at he. He's got it. Well, this quarter has everything. Great drama. And Tony Lockett showing the way for St Kilda as Danny Frawley staggers from the ground. An important kick for St Kilda. An important kick for Lockett. He has missed.
Oh. 2 bad misses by Tony Lockett.
And Danny Frawley would doubt very much if he knows exactly what part of the ground he's on at the moment.
That had to be 50 metres off the ball, Sandy. You saw it.
At least 50. Abbott to centre wing. Rice! Players from both sides lifting themselves, giving 110% at the moment. Dyer. St Kilda over the 50-metre line, but Ayres is there. The Rock of Gibraltar marks in defence.
Resolute Gary Ayres gets the ball out to Gary Buckenara. He runs up to centre wing, pulls it back. Demetrio takes the mark on his chest. Demetrio just forward of the centre circle, perhaps looking for 50. No one standing the mark. Long kick down towards full forward. Dunstall was up. It's knocked away. Roving the pack. It's Hall. Pulls it back across his body. Goal to the Hawks. Scores a level as Hall gets his first goal. 80 points apiece.
Well, he's been a quiet play today, Tony Hall. Got goals back in 1986 in the South Australian Grand Final, but hasn't shown that form today. Started off well earlier in the season in the centre of the ground. Overcame his lack of speed by a number of handballs, but has had limited opportunities today.
Hawthorn has fought back to level the scores. Big Bob Jones out of the centre. Mew overruns it. Gotch comes steaming through. Gets the hand pass across to Lowe. Winmar, 40 metres. Off target. Oh, he's got it, I think. He's kicked it. What a game of football.
Well, there's no better way to score a goal than getting it quickly out of the centre, and St Kilda did it on that occasion. That's his second. Lowe, that long, good left hand pass, and Winmar, a magnificent player, scoring his second goal.
Marvellous game of football, this one. The Saints lead by 6 points. That is Danny Frawley. Back in the middle. Whistle, centre square infringement again. And again it will be a Hawthorn free kick. A couple of costly errors, yes. It means the attack, if you're going to launch one, if you're St Kilda, will be from half back. Good mark is taken in front down there by Grant, despite the efforts of Brereton. This is Grant, deep in his own defensive area, goes out wide, ill-directed kick. Evans falls over. Was he interfered with? Not according to the umpire. Giant suplex applied there by Evans. He's battling with Collins. Meantime, this is Burke.
No, it's got to come back.
It's coming back, and it will be a free kick to Evans. Obviously, he gained a submission. Evans from half back goes long towards half forward. Mew up early. Domenico dives in front. It's going to be a low free kick out there. Low to take it on the wing. Can the Saints ride out this storm? Hawthorn throwing everything at them. Low wobbles a kick towards half forward. Russo an opportunity. Out wide. Burke, who's played a wonderful game, gets another kick. That's his 15th down towards the pocket. Out of bounds on the full that time.
So the pressure still on this rugged Hawthorn defence. Ayres in the back pocket. And the ripple of applause you can hear is for Danny Frawley, who's been taken down into the rooms. Up on his feet again, and that's good news as far as St Kilda is concerned. Up towards half forward, over the head of Brereton. At the back is Daniel. Needs support. Sheldon drops it. Daniel follows up play well, however. Back to Sheldon again. A kick to touch, a clever one too, towards the boundary line. Gowes, clever tap back. Demetriou to the running Schwab. Short little chip. Straight off the umpire. Coughlin will be free kick. It was like a game of snooker as that ball went off. Coughlin wide to Burke. Runs and runs. In front of Rice. Can't take the mark. Needs support and hasn't got it. Ayres now. Steadies. He's a really cool customer. The kick was poor over the head of Hall. Taken by Grant. A sweeping hand pass out wide to Burke. Does it well. Does it very well. Winmar over the top. Great recovery. Corcomelis running. Shoots towards full forward. Lockett in front. It's the behind post, however. And so we will see a throw-in St Kilda's left forward pocket. But it's been a great quarter of football, this one. It's been a great game. Just under 5 minutes remaining. Mew from the throw-in. No pressure. But perhaps should have looked a little further when he took the kick. Daniel, Coughlin was held, and it's going to go back to Frank Coughlin. He'll take the kick from 65 metres, hooking it in towards full forward. Lockett will come with a mighty fly, but Lockett couldn't get in front.
He's done a good job today. Paul Abbott was Hawthorn's best backman early on the season, but a couple of weeks ago shifted to centre half forward, and with Dermott Brereton, a real focal point up forward.
50 metres brings him into the centre. So some costly errors being made by St Kilda. Hall out of one tackle into another. Back with Hall again. Gets rid of it like a hot potato as Muller's ridden into the ground.
And Ricky Nixon now has the job on Dermott Brereton.
And it's going to be survival of the fittest come the final quarter, Dennis.
Yes, toughest game I've seen this season, certainly. There's the bounce. Langford over the top. Brereton tried to go through the pack, was taken high. He's going to get a free kick. Well, I don't know about that. He showed a lot of courage to go after that ball, Dermott Brereton, considering how feelings are running down in that area at the present time. It was Burke coming towards him. Burke's been penalised.
This game very reminiscent of the last time these two sides met. 15 years ago, 1971 grand final.
On this ground.
And players decked behind screen.
There goes Brereton. It looks pretty good. He's got it on screen. Scores a level again.
Well, when you want something to happen, the man with the blonde locks can do it, and there he is there. Tiggy Touchwood free kick. We will see here running behind the pack. Nathan Burke coming in. A bit of an indiscriminate tackle. Maybe if it was Carl Langdon, he could have been reported for that. But the umpire deemed it as a simple around the neck.
Scores a level. Time's running out in this all-important third quarter. Winmar through with pace. Now will they answer the challenge again? Lockett's the target. Great pass. Great lead. Great football. He's kicked 6 and he could have kicked at least 8.
The 10th mark set up by blistering speed and magnificent kicking by Nicky Winmar.
45 metres out. Almost directly in front. Critical kick. Lockett's drop punt is on the way. He's missed again. Another behind. So Tony Lockett has kicked 6 goals, 4. Abbott on the half-back flank, -1 boot. To centre wing, coming over the top of Dipier Domenico was Langford. Couldn't take the mark. Daniel does well. Oh, beautiful kick too to Gotch. Now he'll run onto that left foot. Centering it to Lockett again. Yes! Oh, are we seeing a game of football?
What a good pass there by the little fellow, Bradley Gotch, the left footer. And he spotted Lockett there. Good lead. Put the ball out in front. And you can run with confidence into open spaces when the ball's put like that.
This time Lockett is directly in front. 35 metres out. St Kilda lead by 1 point at the moment. There's just over a minute and a half remaining in this third quarter. Lockett, very deliberate. Oh, don't tell me. He's missed again.
Well, there are 4 points that should have been kicked. They were pressure kicks, and he has failed to respond.
Costly misses those. Still, St Kilda lead by 2 points. Schwab kicks in this time. Young Gowers takes a strong mark. Just over a minute remaining in the term. Russo at half-back. Gets it infield to Mew. Colliding with him, Daniels. Daniels again knocks it away from Gowers. Back comes Russo. Russo, Harris knocks it out intelligently. Demetrio to Gowers. Gowers scrambles it towards half-forward. Brilliantly controlled by Muller. Across to Burke. Burke from centre wing goes down towards half-forward. Winmar on a lead. The clock is running down. 43 seconds remaining. Where's Lockett? There he is. Winmar goes looking for him. Short of the mark. The mark is taken in front by Big Deer. Intelligent play. The big fellow got back and filled the hole. Deer. A cross goal. Ayres. Time for one more thrust by the Hawks now. Can they regain the lead around the outer side? The Ayres kick. Ill-directed. Rice the mark. Back come the Saints. This is Dwyer. Long into the forward line, and the mark is taken by Winmar. Winmar with 12 seconds on the clock. A chance to score from about 40 metres out. Remember his massive kick in the second quarter. All of about 75 metres. He's kicked 2, Nicky Winmar. What can he do from here? After the siren. The pressure on him. This quarter has been all about pressure. Winmar. And the guy on the PA, no sense of occasion at all. As Winmar
kicked it.
He's got it. He snuck it through Winmar. The Saints 13-16 lead Hawthorn 13-8.
St Kilda takes an 8-point lead into the final quarter in what's been a most exciting match so far. St Kilda's Russell Jeffrey in hospital with a neck injury. Their captain Danny Frawley on the sidelines with concussion, and now we believe that three-quarter time Dermott Brereton was informed by two umpires that he had been reported. This game has had the lot. The Hawks fighting back in the third quarter, cutting the margin to just 8 points. Rice, can St Kilda hold on? Russo. The Hawks need the first goal if they're going to come back. In towards Dunstall, fisted away by Elphinstone. Sheldon goes over the top and the ball goes over the line. Tremendous courage shown by players on both sides in this match today. It's been tough and hard, but a great game. Green leaves it for Buckenara. He's dangerous in front of goal. Hooks it back. Brereton plays on and goal. The Hawks trail by just 2 points.
Well, an easy goal there to Dermott Brereton. Getting away from his opponent, Ricky Nixon. You see there Nixon on screen there. You can't afford to let a player go like that, but a good kick by Buckenara to centre the ball. Didn't have a go for goal, but tried to open up the face of goal, and Brereton getting away from Nixon. This game reminiscent of 1971.
So we're back in the middle, set for a great finish. St Kilda by 2 points. One down by Dia, knocked out by Gotch. Gowers leads in the race, out towards the outer side wing. Plenty of time. Gowers comes away easily. Long kick towards half forward. In from the side, Langford, who was shifted to centre half forward at half time. Goes down towards the pocket. Sensing the danger, Sheldon. He's been reliable. Takes the relieving mark. Not a good kick. Bounces obligingly for Evans. A look of determination on his face as he runs it out. Corcomelis is running for him. Evans doesn't need any help. He storms up towards centre wing. Penetrating kick towards half forward. Carries Schwab and Winmar. Abbott claimed by Lockett. Ball free. It's all Hawthorn. Schwab gets it across to Russo. Plenty of experience there. Russo towards half forward. Big leap from behind Langford. Couldn't hang on. This is Muller. Tries to get it across to Nixon. Nixon goes back battling. He's going to get a free kick. Quite right. Taken around the leg. Nixon at centre half back. Saints to the outer wing. Gotch is one of them. One bounce. Carries him to wing. Pulls it back towards centre half forward, intended for Jones. Lowe comes in behind and takes the mark. Lowe at centre half forward. High up and under. Down towards Lockett. He edges his man out of the contest. Couldn't hang on. Dia. He's in all sorts of trouble, Dia. He's going to get a free kick down there. Lockett pushing into him.
Lockett's got to do all the work down there. The little fellows have got to put more pressure on those Hawthorn defenders.
And the lights have come on here at the MCG as Abbott gets it back. Tries to at least to Schwab. Kick clear, could have almost been in danger. Hauled out of the half-forward line. Langford can't take the mark. Muller.
Stupid free kick by Muller.
Free kick to Langford. Short. Plays on. Back to Langford. It came from Pritchard. High in towards full forward. And the mark taken by Big Bob Jones. Wide to Bradley Gotch, the rover. Bouncing his way across half-back. Spearing a pass in towards the centre. Gowers intercepts. Oh, Daniels taken high. And he'll be free kick.
Will he get up? Let's hope he does.
Great courage.
Well, they're down to 18 men. With Jeffries and also Frawley out of business for the remainder of the day. Dyer in towards the right half-forward flank. Fisted down. Rice with pace. The boundary line beats them. 2 points the margin, favouring St Kilda. Lowe is trying to palm with the one hand, was looking for Corcomelis. Spooned out towards Dipier Domenico. Bradley Gotch got a touch to it. Hall pushed into the football. Across to Mew. Spiralling a punt kick down towards Brereton. Can't take it with the one hand. Grant supplying the opposition, but Brereton gets clear. Is this going to give Hawthorn the lead? It is! Great goal to Brereton.
Now Dermott Brereton is just too strong for David Grant. You can see there Grant going over and remonstrating, but he is just too big, too strong, and St Kilda will have to get somebody else onto him if they're going to try and get into this game, because Dermott Brereton is an electric flying player who can really turn a game. You can see on behind screen Grant trying to upset Brereton.
What a game. Hawthorn by 4 points. They led by 13 at quarter time. They trailed by 23 at half time, by 8 at three-quarter time. Russo towards half forward goes the kick. Sheldon, a lot of courage, couldn't hang on. Some indecision there from the Hawks. Eventually it comes across the Hall, and Hall gets the goal after the hand pass from Langford. Hall second.
Good play there by the Hawthorn side to get it so cleanly out of the centre, but also criticism can be laid at the St Kilda side for not manning up at that centre bounce. If you're going to play finals football, and this is what it is, it's a finals type game, you've got to play man-to-man type football. Hawthorn got it out of the centre too easily, straight down the centre, and Hall, who has been a quiet player, second goal.
St Kilda with their season riding on the line now, trail by 10 points. It's turned around quickly for them. At one stage, after half-time, they led by 28. Demetrio out wide. Evans has the run of it. Good shepherd from Rice, boots it into open space. Foot race towards the boundary line. Collins will arrive first. Keeps it in. Eventually it trickles out. Boundary throw in. 16-8 the Hawks. They've come back like a good side. Alan Joyce has done well with the changes they put into place at half-time too. They've looked better since the half. Manning at close quarters to Burke. Buckenara stood his ground, couldn't hang on. Collins pushes it across the boundary line. Throw in upcoming.
Hawthorn by 10 points. Still plenty of time, however. Just under 20 minutes remaining. Lowe tries to do it from behind. Gow's kick partly smothered. Winmar has got to do something exciting shortly. Dyer. Daniels. Well, he's exciting this boy. Look at that! Let down with the kick. Lockett. Could this be a miraculous goal? Going across the face and one behind. Nine points the difference. And a crowd of 25,693 will leave this ground today knowing that they've seen a ripper game of football. Whitman on half-back. Drifting play towards half-forward. Langford, who's been shifted there, used the body trying to create a path. Hall got a shocking bounce. Jones tried to get it across to Muller. Finishes with Mew, who goes wider for Russo. He's got Schwab running, uses him well. Wide down towards Brereton. Great diving mark.
One senses that Hawthorn have got the smell of victory, and they're starting to apply a little bit more pressure on the board.
He goes short. Dunstall.
And that's where Bob Jones should have been. Instead of walking dejectedly down to the goal square, should have placed himself in that hole that led to.
Jason Dunstall, 3 goals all in the third quarter. This one will make it very hard for St Kilda. It's going to drop right in the square. Coming over the top. Sheldon. Got to Brereton, who goes?
Well, you can't say Dermott Brereton's good play. A fumble there by Ken Sheldon. And Dermott Brereton, 3 goals in this, the last quarter, has kicked 6, the high ball. Now watch Sheldon come in. The ball comes to ground. Sheldon coming in, took his eye off the ball, should have run in and at least claimed it to his chest, cannoned into Brereton, and at least it would have held it play, maybe a ball up, but he surrendered the ball. An easy goal for Brereton.
I think it's safe to say Brereton is inspired out there, though. We think he was informed at three-quarter time that he's been reported. If that's the case, he really has lifted in the opening minutes of this final quarter. He's taken this game by the scruff of the neck. 17-8 Hawthorn. 13-17 St Kilda. Umpire Lawler to bounce it down. Hawthorn like a good side, storming back into it. Coming through strongly was Muller. Down goes Daniels. He gets up, but in the meantime Pritchard has it to Demetrio. The Hawks have gone up a notch. Off the hands of Brereton. He's claiming a free kick. It's forced through for a minor score. Well, we're waiting for the all clear. Has it been given? No, it's coming back. It's going to be a free kick.
Throwing the ball.
Evans taking the kick. No, it's coming up to Korkamilis. Well, I think that was the kick. Korkamilis cramps up as he kicks this ball towards half forward. Winmar couldn't hang on. Coughlin did well. Burke dives on top of it. Collins dives on top of him. And it will be balled up about 40 metres out from the Saints attacking goal. They desperately need a goal now. The clock is their enemy. 16:20 remaining in the term. One down by Dia. Korkamilis has it. He falls over. He's claimed by 3 Hawks. Schwab emerges with the ball. Arms his way through the congestion. Here's Coughlin. Pushed off it by Green. Manning an opportunity. At close quarters to Daniels. He's up and running again. That's good to see. Muller going against the tide. Back comes Daniels over the top. Manning now. Spins out of trouble. Manning on the centre wicket area. Wobbles one down towards the forward line. Up comes Mew.
Chris Mew steady in defence. Out wide for Di Domenico. Hawthorn starting to steady things down, and as I say that, Di Domenico puts it out of bounds on the foot. Still time for St Kilda if they're good enough. Dia claim has a second grab at it, and eventually it finishes out of bounds on the outer side of the ground. So a throw in with Jones and Dia. Jones had front spot and wins it to Gotch. Pushes it round the line, but out of bounds on the full. So Chris Mew again. Game has dropped down a notch in pace on that outer side at the moment. Jones couldn't take it. A path, can it be created? No, it can't. But it will be a St Kilda free kick. Nixon handing the ball back. St Kilda desperately want the next goal, and they want it quickly. Winmar. We saw him kick a prodigious goal earlier in the match. He goes in towards half forward. Lockett uses the body.
A good contest between Abbott and Lockett. I thought Abbott might have the drop on Lockett on that occasion. Played him from 10 metres in front, then used his body, backed into him. Good play, Abbott, but Lockett just read it a little better and was in better position. You couldn't blame Abbott. He was in front on that occasion.
Lockett going for goal number 7. He had chances like this in the third quarter, was unable to take advantage of them. He kicks this time. He kicks truly. 7 goals to Tony Lockett.
And he kicked 4 points before he got his 7th, and they were pressure kicks. And Tony Lockett just did not respond. 4 consecutive points. And there's only 9 points of difference as he goals for his 7th. And St Kilda still well in this game.
Tony Lockett, 7 goals last week, 7 the week before, 7 so far this afternoon. 17-8 to 14-17. 9 points the difference. There's the bounce in the middle. One down by Jones, knocked on by Lowe. Dwyer over the top. Winmar, 50 metres out from goal. Nicky Winmar is off target. It's a minor score. The margin is 8 points. But these Saints aren't done with yet. Here's Abbott. A worried man, and why not? Tony Lockett is no picnic. Broadcast side comes the kick. Low, reaching over the top.
Play on.
Mark, play on is the call. Coughlin worried out of it. Green tries to scramble it out. Spills across to Gotch, to Burke. Burke a hand pass to Dwyer. Dwyer's off target. It spills out of bounds in the left full forward pocket.
Bad play by Stuart Lowe. He should have punched the ball back.
Just under 13 minutes remaining. 8 points the difference. Lockett with strength. Kicks over his shoulder. Into the square. Over the top it goes. Mark is taken by Collins. Right on the last line of defence. Low again. Oh, a big fly, but can't take it. Domenico. Short to centre wing. Well done by Nixon. His opposition was Hall. It's going to be a free kick to Nixon. Jenkins to the ground for Hawthorn and Andrew Demetrio leaving it. Nixon to half forward. Where are the high flyers for St Kilda? Not sighted. Coghlan clear to Gotch. Can he get it through? He can't. And we'll see a ball up.
What an exciting game.
8 points the difference. Just under 12 minutes remaining. Low. Thumps it wide. Manning at the bottom of the pack and another bounce. Ayres was pushed. Play allowed to go on. And now the advantage being paid. It was a Hawthorn free kick anyway. Oh, great mark, Tony Hall. Bob Jones just stood there and I thought he was going to take it. Here comes Dunstall. No mark. He recovers, but Elphinstone is there. Gets a hurried kick back towards the centre. Winmar does the shepherding. Comes off his boot. He claims it beautifully. Sneaks it round the corner for Rice. He can run on. Chipping in towards Lockett in the pocket. Great play.
What a great pass there by Rice on the centre square. Lockett led out confidently. 13 marks, Tony Lockett.
And going now for goal number 8. A chance to make the margin just 2 points. Tony Lockett. The kick looks a beauty. Oh, what a goal. St Kilda back in business.
Well, he's responding to the pressure, Tony Lockett. He didn't in the third quarter, but he is now. That was a magnificent goal because of the angle and also the pressure. Well set up there by Rice, getting away from Abbott. And St Kilda now only 2 points behind with that goal from Lockett.
Against the odds, the Saints. Lockett with 8 goals. 10-18 remaining in the game. We're back in the middle. Dia out at the centre. Towards half forward goes the kick. Sheldon. Sheldon wants to play on. Oh, costly error. Claimed from behind by Brereton. Brereton sweeping hand pass out wide to Hall. Hall 35 metres out gets the goal. Oh dear.
Well, Kenny Sheldon can well hang his head. He has made 2 vital errors, one which led to a goal to Brereton earlier, and then he was really sucked into that there by Brereton. He wanted to play and he was just too slow, undecided, not concisive enough, and the mistake has resulted in a goal to Tony Hall.
The margin back to 8 points. Hall's 3rd goal, a timely one. 9:53 remains. One down again by Dia. Corcomelis. Can the Saints get another one? This is Daniels after the hand pass from Dwyer. Ball towards half forward. Lockett. What a game he's played. Gets around Abbott. No, he doesn't. He's claimed. Got the hand pass away. They battle after it. Manning runs into a dead end supplied out there by Collins, and the umpire will ball it up. So a bounce about 35 metres out from the Saints goal. 9:24 and counting down. The Saints, as we've said, desperate for a victory this afternoon. Daniels, socket off the ground by Russo. Gotch leads in the race close to the boundary line. Could almost be holding the ball. Collins was grabbed around the leg, surely. And the umpire decides he will ball it up.
Good decision by the umpire.
Ball it up.
It's on Kilda's 50-metre attacking line. The margin is 8 points. Just under 9 minutes remaining. Still time. If they're good enough. Can Hawthorn hold them out? The Hawks have figured in some great finishes and they've been able to finish a game off. Rice, claimed by Di Domenico, perhaps too high. Yes, said the umpire. And he will take it just forward of centre. He's got Lockett back in the square, but he'll go shorter than that. Corkamielis has given away a free kick.
It's imperative now that players on both sides start and play in front if they want to win this game.
Green towards centre wing. Great one-hander taken by Hall. Well, he's come alight after a very quiet start. Short into the middle to Mew. Plays on. Oh, great play. Winmar, can he pick the football up? Yes, he can. To half forward, there's no one at home. And the mark is taken by Lowe. He's got Lockett in the square. Elects to go shorter to Gotch.
Well, he had two options there, Stuart Lowe. He picked the shorter of the two.
It was clever, wasn't it?
Bradley Gotch.
He saw the man peel off Gotch to run to Lockett. That was clever footy.
I thought Greg Deere might have just got there.
Gotch directly in front. What an important kick. The drop punt is on its way. Straight through the middle. 2 points the margin.
Well, little Bradley Gotch, a very accurate kick for goal. That's his third goal. And what an important goal it was. 2 points the difference. And as I said, Stuart Lowe had two options. He could have picked the bigger one of Lockett. But Bradley Gotch's man went across to Lockett, left Gotch unattended. Deere, I think, could have made maybe a better effort. He was taller than Gotch. All he had to do was put up a hand.
2 points the difference. Back in the middle. The Saints trail. Corkamielis almost threw it across to Jones. Socket off the ground by Russo. Picked up by Burke. Around the corner it comes to Rice. Rice storming down towards half forward. He's within range. Rice, a long kick. It's off to the left-hand side. 1 point the difference.
What a terrific hit out there by Bob Jones, because he hasn't got too many today. And when they needed a hit out, he got up over Deere.
Yes. Chips in short. It'll come back. The umpire was still waving the flag. That's his job. And he'll get it done and they won't play until he's finished. Here's Ayres. Kicking towards the outer side. Knocked on intelligently by Dwyer. Dwyer first back. Gathers the ball. Sends it down towards half forward. Coughlin is up. Schwab, great contest. Coughlin to get the free.
Got a free kick or a mark?
Either one, he's got the ball.
As long as he doesn't hand us.
Good point. 115 to 116. We welcome viewers around Australia for this thriller at the Melbourne Cricket Ground as the Saints are coming back at the Hawks. After the Hawks pulled them back. Long kick down towards full forward. Back into the air. Strong mark taken in front by Abbott. The Hawks led by 13 points at quarter time. Trailed by 23 at half time. 8 at three-quarter time. The margin now a solitary point.
The kick by Ayres is wide to the half-back line. Rice is taken over the line. Pushed, said the umpire. And St Kilda fans delirious. This game has had absolutely everything. We've got just over 5.5 minutes remaining. Dixon claim. Tries to get the handpass out. Does so to Gower. He goes long. Brereton and Grant. Brereton has had the better of him. Oh, he's pushed him in the back. The umpires let play go on. He was well behind. Trying to get it out was Whitman. He does so to Green. Green can go from here. He shoots. He's kicked it.
Well, Russell Green, his first goal all through the work of Whitman. Bad luck there by Grant. He got in front, used his strength to get in front of Brereton. I thought it could have been a push in the back. Bob Jones desperately tried to get after the ball, but Whitman was there, got the hand pass out to the unattended Green. And Hawthorn's 19th goal, a 7-point advantage.
Seven points the difference. Still time for St Kilda if Gotch can trap it. He pushes the ball along in front. The pressure's intense. He's still going. Now to ground he goes. And he's been picked.
Umpire a bit hard there.
Andrew Collins, the recipient. 4 3/4 minutes remaining. Plenty of flyers. Waiting down was Evans. So too Green. Claim. Jones falls over the football. Langford to Brereton. Wider to Buckenara. And he likes kicking towards goal here. But he's gone right across the face. And just sneaking it through for one behind.
The experience of Hawthorn there, shown by Brereton. Took his time and found Buckenara running past.
Elphinstone towards Dyer. He's surrounded by Hawthorn jumpers. Gets it out to Daniel. Back to Dyer. Is good football. Here's a chance for Burke. Gets a kick just in time. Over the head of Gotch, however. And the mark is taken by Collins at half-back.
Great marks.
Deep in his own defensive area. Tony Lockett's been a star with 8 goals. We believe Dermott Brereton's on report. He's kicked 6 for Hawthorn. This is Muller. Langford brilliantly in front, but Muller wins it back. This is Lowe, surrounded by Hawks. Mew, ample time. Chris Mew measures it nicely. Russo's away. 3.5 minutes remaining. Back goes Dixon, almost held without it. Down goes Evans. Play goes on. Jones. There's going to be a free kick. It's going Hawthorn's way. Be taken by Dixon. So maybe now the Hawks have weathered the storm. A good side, but St Kilda have lost no admirers this afternoon, despite the fact they may well lose the 4 points. Here's Dixon. I'd suggest too far out to score. Dunstall comes on a lead. He's kicked 3 goals. Dixon goes for distance. Right down towards full forward. He's off to the right-hand side, through for a minor score. 19-10. To 16-19, Elphinston into the path of Sheldon. Awkward
well done.
Brereton does brilliantly. 50 metres out, chips it in short. Buckenara the mark.
What great play there by Dermott Brereton. You don't see too many stars do what Brereton did then. He realised the situation hopeless, but he still put in, and the ball came his way. And look how he's finished it off.
Buckenara a chance to just about seal this game for Hawthorn. The margin at the moment is 9 points. Buckenara, oh, it's a very wide kick and will just sneak in for one behind. So St Kilda need 2 goals. They've got just over 2 minutes to get them. Elphinstone to the outer side of the ground. Lower's come a long way down over the back. The umpire's called play on. They all stop for a moment. Dixon gets it out to Green. Hawthorn doing all the attacking. Buckenara!
Will he kick a goal? He's kicked 4 points today. Yet to kick a goal.
.45-degree angle. It would be a fitting reward for a great mark. Buckenara shoots. He's goal.
Buckenara left unattended there, and his mark looked a little bit better than what it actually was, because all other players were on the ground, not one player off the ground. You can see Brereton there wrestling, kept Grant at bay. And Buckenara the easiest of marks, but shouldn't have left by himself. Gary Buckenara, 1 goal, 1 goal for.
So Hawthorn will win this game. They lead by 16 points. No measure really of the performance from the Saints, who had their chances today. A spate of missed opportunities in the 3rd quarter cost them dearly. Gotch still battling. Hand pass comes out from Manning, taken by Daniels. Dwyer, sweeping hand pass, bounces obligingly for Gotch. He runs down towards half forward. There's that man again, Lockett on the lead. He's got 8 this afternoon so far. A chance to pull it back, albeit belatedly. 44 seconds and counting down. Marvellous game of football this. A credit to players of both sides. There will be controversy come out of the game as well. Here's Lockett. What's he done with it? He's got the goal. 9 to Tony Lockett with 23 seconds remaining.
Tony Lockett, 2 goals in the first quarter, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and so far 3 in the fourth.
Again, well set up there by Bradley Gotch. Bradley Gotch had 3 points breathing down his neck, yet took his time. An accurate pass to Tony Lockett.
Back in the centre, 10 points the margin. Jones has been a trier all day, but it's Russell Green who takes it out of the middle. Buckenara plays on. Chips one in towards Dunstall. This could be the last kick of the day. Dunstall, who was well held in the first half, kicked 3 goals in the third quarter. There's the siren. Hawthorn has won the match. The question is, by how much? Dunstall going for goal number 4. He's finished it off with a goal. So Dunstall kicks 4 for the day. Victory goes to Hawthorn. 21 goals, 11. 137. Defeating a gallant St Kilda. 17-19. 121.